The Morton Grove Public Library Board of Trustees regular meeting is called to order at 7 p.m. on January the 14th to take place in the auditorium. Everybody call the order, please. Call the roll, not yet.
We have to pledge allegiance.
Pledge allegiance. Please stand for the pledge. You have a flag.
Yep, we do.
Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Trustee Elbers. Trustee Berg is here. Trustee Callahan is absent. Trustee Gonzalez.
Here.
Trustee Gray.
Here.
Trustee Novick.
Here.
Trustee Peters is absent.
Okay, so we have 5 people, we have a quorum. Okay, I need a motion to approve the Board of Trustee meeting of December 10th.
I motion to approve the, are these
Second,
minutes?
Yes.
Minutes.
Not labeled minutes. Of the December 10th Board of Trustee meeting.
I'll second it.
Is there any discussion, questions? If not, could I have a voice vote? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. I need a motion to approve the Facilities Committee meeting of November 2nd.
Oh, you're not saying anything, I forgot, I'll do it. I approve the minutes, I make a motion to approve the Facility Committee meeting minutes of November 2nd, 2015.
Do I hear a
I'll
second?
second it.
Are there any questions or concerns? If not, may I have a voice vote? Aye. Those are all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The minutes pass unanimously. I need a motion to cover the minutes of the Executive Committee meeting of October 27th, 2015.
I motion to approve the executive committee meeting minutes of October 27th, 2015.
That was, are you questioning what it is, Mark? You made
We have 2 sets of minutes. right?
One is the
one's
closed
committee and
executive
one's a
session.
session.
Executive session. They're both executive committee, one's executive session.
I heard
I
a second
I
somewhere.
second.
All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Passes unanimously.
Could you tell me what was the date on this?
October
27th.
27th.
October 27th.
It's
Sorry.
it's right there.
Oh, there.
Is that one?
I need a motion to pass the executive session minutes of the Executive Committee meeting of October 27th.
I motion to approve the executive session minutes of the executive committee meeting on October 27th, 2015.
I second.
Any discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, I believe that's all the minutes. And we have local public. Does any of our public have any questions or any comments about the agenda items? If not, I have a president's report. A little update on the foundation, first of all. Their year-end report, they collected in their first year of existence approximately $21,000. The goal for next year is $40,000, and it's going to be for the purchase and installation of a sprinkler system, very funny, in the 6200 building. It better work, no cracks, no holes. They've also started planning for a plant sale to take place just prior to Mother's Day.
Oh, that's a nice idea.
Mhm.
And they're going to be repeating the flight night in some form or fashion, probably with wine.
I had a lot of people say that they would have liked that, and people who I tried to get to come to the beer one.
Would have liked wine.
Yeah.
Yeah, like wine,
I think
yeah.
so too. The people I hang with, wine is definitely gonna go over bigger than beer. Also, initial plans are starting to be made to obtain a 501c3 status for the foundation. As far as the calendar changes that I asked for last meeting, the policy committee has started going over the bylaws as planned. So we're right on schedule with the variation. I've also asked, I don't know how to, asked isn't the right word. Until now, executive sessions, the minutes have been taken by Blanche, and that basically doesn't make a lot of sense when you think about it. These are closed sessions, not executive meetings, executive sessions within any meeting. So from now on, written minutes, I'll take them as long as there's no secretary available.
How is that legal?
Pardon me?
How is that
Right now,
legal?
what's going on now is Blanche takes the minutes, and we also record them.
She listens to the recording.
I was gonna say, how does she's not here for those sections, she just takes it off the recording.
She takes them off the recording. This way, she would be given a written set to put into the books.
No, I haven't been listening to recording, I just been having notes from different members of the trustee that would give it to me. And from there, I would write up the session minutes.
Okay. Any further discussion? If not,
Well, why can't the secretary do it?
Well, she
the
could.
secretary could.
She should, really.
She should.
She said if the secretary's not
But
there.
there may
Oh,
be,
if she's not there.
there
Okay.
may be an executive session that she wouldn't be at. For example, the policy committee. If they had an executive session within the policy committee, she wouldn't be there.
Okay, okay.
I know it's
No, that's fine.
It's confusing. Okay, next on the agenda are committee reports. Are we gonna have a finance report, or do you
I'll
wanna?
take it to the point of I looked at this stuff and don't find anything extraordinary or alarming.
I didn't
You
have
got
any
questions,
questions.
ask away.
Except I can never remember who WIN is.
Win
Insurance.
Insurance.
It's the insurance.
Wellness Insurance Network.
Okay, that'll help me remember.
The IN, make it, remember,
Insurance. I'm always like, I know I've asked this before, I know it's
okay.
fine, but I don't ever remember what, for that one for some reason. Glad we have it.
Any questions?
Do we have to take a vote to approve the
To
report?
accept the report.
May I have a motion to accept the report from the finance committee?
I motion to accept the finance committee
This is good,
reports.
I second it.
Okay, all those, this is, you have to call this one.
Gonzalez was first, and Gray was the second.
That's how you get meetings to go faster.
Okay. Trustee Novick,
Yes.
trustee Gray,
Yes.
trustee Gonzalez,
Yes.
trustee Berg, yes, and trustee Elbers.
Yes.
Gee, I could say all sorts of things tonight, and you can't get back at me.
Got a good memory.
I don't know. So it won't mean anything. Okay, this facilities committee, there's no, where am I? Facilities Committee did not meet, thank you. Policy Committee,
We did 1, 2, 3, 4 policies. The first one, the meeting room policy. We changed a few things. I think the major thing we did to it was add the fees. There's a little, if you look at it, like down in the middle, the auditorium, if anybody uses the auditorium, there's a $50 non-refundable staffing / maintenance fee. And the boardroom, which is that the
That's the refundable one.
That's a $50 refundable technology fee. But other than that, on that one,
Well, we took out.
we took out a sentence.
In all three, we took out the restrictive sentence that ALA was saying we really shouldn't legally have in there.
Right,
So it's,
right.
that's one reason we added a fee, because now we're kind of opening the room up to
Mhm.
more use, so. And it's staff time to do that, so.
Right. And that's only if they use the auditorium is the $50 non-refundable. The other one,
do you want to mention what was permissible, not that we had as prohibited and is now permissible, that one sentence, so everybody realizes the major difference? Do you
Is it
have it?
highlighted on
the-
there?
not to be used for
Selling
political
stuff.
and religious purposes?
Political and religious.
Yeah, we took that out.
purposes.
We still don't allow money to exchange hands. You can restrict things like that. You can restrict how often it's used by the same group and length of time and all of that, but you can't be restricting uses.
So we're gonna put a sign up that says that we don't endorse
We don't endorse
what's going
what's
on
going on.
here.
An
One way or the
ALA
other.
recommended sign,
Yeah.
so.
But that's just a generic sign. We don't have to
Correct.
mention what's going on. Okay.
But if you're a community member and you don't want that in your library, you can do that as a board, regardless of what ALA says.
You can be sued. ALA's pointing out a lot of national lawsuits. So they want us to be more inclusive instead of exclusive. So we're saying we are reporting the things we want to have happen here, educational in nature, non-commercial, cultural, informational, educational, intellectual, and civic purposes. Those are the things that we
We don't
encourage having.
specifically say political or religious.
It also fits the policy on what books we have on the shelves. We don't limit books on the shelves that are political, religious, et cetera in nature.
Right.
So if we allow books on the shelves, then they're saying we also have to open up the meeting rooms, basically. We don't need- That's it.
That's it, okay, the public posting policy, it's hard to say. That,
Change, again, we just took out some.
we just took out some
Isn't that big
words.
one?
We took this material cannot be posted with the obvious intent to persuade politically or religiously, so it's the same thing as we had here, this was a longer sentence. Other than that, that's about all we changed, or we just took that out. Exhibits and displays. We took out this one paragraph, library exhibit spaces may not be used for commercial or political purposes. Solicitation of business for profit or for fundraising unless part of a library partnership donation program. But everything else, nothing else, we didn't change anything else.
And this is more of an art.
This is an art gallery, so it
Yeah.
has little effect on us anyway.
Okay.
And then the discussion of the bylaws revision, we did that at the policy, but we're not done.
We're not ready.
So we're not really ready to do that.
We're not, we're halfway done.
Halfway, yeah.
Yeah, we got pretty much done. We made changes.
Maybe I'm missing something. Are we prohibiting political?
No.
No,
No.
we're just the opposite.
Right.
We had been, the way we had written it out
we
before.
took
Had
it out.
any requests for that anyway.
We had been, but we took them
Just
out.
to me, because political as much as it's green, but it's cultural,
It's,
reflective of the culture, generally. either side understand.
It can be informative and educational, so.
More people understood it.
Okay, then I need a motion to approve the 3 policies.
I'd like to make a motion to approve, do we have to name all 3 policies?
Meeting room policy.
The 3 names as presented.
Okay. Policies as presented. On this one here, we can vote on
Here.
it. I've got it. Okay, anybody want a second?
Oh, I
Did you
second.
already?
Or, yeah,
Okay. I
It's
think
her
we need-
official role.
It's good? Okay, let's have a vote.
All those in favor? Say aye.
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 Opposed? Passes unanimously. Okay, staff report, director.
Okay, I have a few things. I discovered while I was making some plans for 2016 that there would be 27 pay periods in the year if we maintained our bi-weekly pay schedule, which would, obviously I hadn't budgeted for an extra paycheck.
I was gonna say,
And
is that one extra?
most companies then divide by 27 and 20, instead of 26, but that ends up looking like a pay cut because you get significantly less in each check. So I worked with Paycom and came to the conclusion that, and I believe this is gonna happen again in 2017 as well, and then it won't happen again for like another dozen years or something like that. But determined the best thing to do would be go to 24 pay periods in the year. So we're now paying the staff on the 1st and the 15th of each month. So that took care of that problem.
Is that just this year and next year, or is it, that's when it's gonna
We
be?
may just leave that forever if it works well.
Mhm.
A lot of, it also saved us a little money because we pay a fee for every payroll we run.
Right,
So
right,
in the
right, right.
long
A lot
run.
of companies are doing that,
Mhm.
yeah, first and then.
And the transition was very smooth. The staff no one complained. It seems to be
Usually
going well.
staff likes it because they know when they're getting money to pay the bills.
You know exactly when you're getting it, and yeah, and it's a little bit larger check that way. So I wanted to let you know we did that. Also, as long as we're talking about Paycom, this is the first year that the ACA reporting requirements have kicked in. We are an under 50 FTE employer, in other words, full-time equivalent. We have over 50 head count, but actual full-time equivalents are less than 50. So we're considered a small employer, which means we fill out the B forms, 1094 and 1095Bs. Paycom is a mess right now. They can't get it right. You know, I paid them a nominal fee to print these for us like they do our W-2s so that it would look all nice and professional. Any of our full-time staff that have had health insurance in 2015 need to have a 1095B form submitted with their insurance this year. And the library sends a 1094B to the federal government, just like it's the same kind of thing as W-2s, only now it's for health insurance. It's a whole nother batch of things. Paycom seems to be quite messed up, and I keep going online to see if they've got it right. They've got C forms up for us right now, which is the wrong size, and when I talk to them in person, they know it. They don't know why it's like that. I figure we're small potatoes compared to some of their companies. If we're having trouble, they're probably really having trouble. So we have until the 31st of January to get them right, and then they come out early in February. So I keep working on that. I email them daily, so I'll let you know. Hopefully they'll get it straightened out. Otherwise, I'm just gonna do it by hand. I probably should have, but
Screw everything.
yeah, it is a mess. Anyway, I mean, I've spent hours getting them the right data. They've got what they need, they just can't seem to print it right. Park District sent us candy, and that was really sweet around Christmas time. Mike stopped by with that, so I wanted to thank him and let you know that he did that. We've been posting each other's things for a couple of months now, and we both have links on our front pages to each other's calendars and pertinent information, so that's a real good relationship going there. Highlighting a couple of programs. Noon Year's Eve, it was actually Noon Year's Eve here in the Baxter Room. They expected 40 people. They had well over 100. It was crazy in here. I came in and I just cracked up. They had the countdown to noon going on the screen, and the kids were making party hats and drinking bubbly cider, and it was a riot. It was adorable. One of the most successful programs of the year, I think, and it was all in-house. So there's some pictures of that in the back here. Another successful program was for teens. They did a study night before finals and packed the place. So we're gonna try to do that twice a year now around the finals, for the high school finals. That was very, very successful. I was very excited about that. Yeah. This weekend we have an ACT practice test. 40 kids, 40 teens signed up for that. So we've kind of got the ball rolling with what the teens are really looking for from the library. It's kind of an exciting thing. Consultant services updates. I think I let you know that Goldstein had retired and we needed a new actuarial. The village had collected 3 different bids and come up with Loderbach and Amen as the lowest bid. It's a very good bid, and then the real exciting part was that they umbrellaed us in and we're splitting the cost, and it's costing us less than half of what it cost last year to have our actuarial report done.
That's fantastic.
So very excited about that. I had wanted, based on a lot of legalese that has come across my desk from Management Association, to look at our handbook. That frees up enough money in that account to do that. So I sent our handbook to Management Association to look at that. There is a new Illinois law that is now considering handbooks contractual, as we never did before. They were just informational. They are beginning to hold them up as contracts, and there's all kinds of things that could be changing, so I wanted some legal assistance making sure our handbook is up to date. So that's being reviewed by Management Association. I wanted to pass out, those of you that are interested in political endeavors, the state library has these legislative meetups, meet and greets basically, for trustees and library directors to meet legislative officials in your area and talk about library law, things like that. So I wanted to give you the dates if you're interested. There is a fee for those various things. If you choose to go one, the library should be able to pay your fee. And 3 of you are attending the trustee forum. Blanche is getting you registered for the ILA trustee forum on February 13th at the Marriott in Oak Brook. It's a 1-day workshop. I have heard Julie Teppendorf both live and on a video conference. She's excellent. She is the lawyer to talk about Open Meetings Act and FOIA and all of those things. So you will really enjoy listening to her. She has a lot of good information. So I'm excited that several of you are going to that. Any other questions about the report? On the back page, I included a thank you letter, and I tried to write on there that Karina had taught this class, but it looks like it didn't photocopy very well. So we got a very, very nice letter for one of our newest computer classes on InDesign, which is one of the software packages in our media lab.
Okay, I just have one question, it's not in any of the reports. The $500 tax, so to speak.
I talked to Ralph today, and he asked me to tell you that, first of all, he didn't get my letter, so for some reason, it didn't get there in the mail, so I copied it and emailed it to him today. He looked it over, and he would like to, rather than just grant us a pass, that he wants to revisit the entire package, take about 45 days to do so, and perhaps redefine the entire thing. So he wanted me to let you know that's being evaluated.
Is this what we talked about last year, that it was $300?
Right.
The business.
And it went up because of the other building. They based it on square footage, so that's why the cost went up.
A number of other government bodies did not.
Okay, so well, they're evaluating the whole thing now, so
I would say.
we haven't.
We haven't. Okay. Lots has happened. It's kind of nifty. No corporate counsel tonight. Unfinished business, any unfinished business? Okay. New business.
So I'll give you just a quick update on the building. I don't think there's any decisions to make. I put this on here just in case we had to vote on something. But after I did that a couple of days ago, Kevin met with the adjuster. I've spoken on the phone with the adjuster several times. Everything is being handled directly through the insurance company. The bill to fix the sprinkler system will go straight to the insurance company. The service master charges will go straight to the insurance company. They've already connected. Tomorrow morning, I'm meeting with Mark Smith of Frontier and Rick Patricic of Studio GC at 7 in the morning. They are such early birds. To have them quote the work, but since we've had Frontier before, the insurance adjuster said you can pick any construction firm you want, we'll negotiate with them. So we won't be involved in bidding, or might not even know what it costs. I imagine I'll see the final bills, but they will work out the costs and negotiate it. So I'll show them around and they will give their quotes to the adjuster as well. After much deliberations, we'll probably never know exactly why this pipe burst, other than that it's about 35 years old, but we think that last year when the roof was open, it was so incredibly cold that something became weak at that point, if not a pinpoint leak of some sort. So that Monday night when we had that blast of cold air, it snapped.
Is there a way to look at other pipes that?
We did have the sprinkler company that does our maintenance have a look at everything, checked all the joints. We have had our maintenance done. There are 2 5-year. We looked that up today. In fact, Kevin and I looked at the dates they were done. There are 2 5-year tests that you do. We had them done a year ago, so we're well within the 5-year tests of that. And the sprinkler head itself was a new one, I believe, but that isn't what broke. Initially, the fire department thought that the actual sprinkler head was blown, so that's what we were saying. But once they took the roof off, they found this big 2-inch hole in the pipe, and that's what actually pulled the water in and created the problem. I just feel we were very lucky that it happened where it did in the library, because only a couple of books are actually damaged, and the carpet is drying out fine, and we'll put things back together. It'll be like new.
What's that gonna do to the insurance premium?
That I don't know. That's the dark cloud I have yet to face.
We don't want to think about that.
Yeah, it's that vicious circle. That's why you have insurance.
Right, yeah, no, thank goodness for the insurance.
Yeah, yeah. So, we are holding programs in here Saturday and Monday, but we won't have things put together enough in the rest of the building until Tuesday. It's our goal to reopen. Even Frontier said they would try to get the rest of the work done in a week to 2 weeks. So the bathrooms will hopefully be opened shortly as well, but we will be able to open the
It's the new bathrooms,
Yes.
right? Yes, of course it is.
Of course, right.
Can they do one bathroom first so that one's up and running, or?
Well, these are fine out here, so we have working bathrooms. We're going to move one of the changing table things into these bathrooms, because children's downstairs bathrooms are also closed. The water came through to both.
So you were talking about redoing those bathrooms.
I know.
And is that something with insurance that?
We were hoping they would just rip them all up,
Yeah.
but they didn't.
Okay.
They just did some little pieces.
Okay.
So I'll talk to, Mark tomorrow and
Mhm.
find out what they plan to do, and
Okay.
we'll take it from there.
I thought maybe there'd be a silver line.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
We were crossing.
How
our
does
fingers.
one test the sprinkler system?
Pressure.
Probably put pressure.
You just put pressure on it, is that it?
These sprinkler
Without-
heads are filled with air.
Yeah.
There's not water in them. When they pop, the air leaves, then the water hits it.
Mhm.
So I think they put twice the pressure in it,
Is that what
just see if it holds.
interesting?
Okay. Next on our new business is a demo of the advanced calendar system.
And Natalia's down there. She wants us to come down front so we can watch this.
Well, if you can see from there,
Can you hear from here? She's going to play us a little video. Okay?
Am I in your way?
can you see? No?
Yeah, we can see it.
So the library switched to new calendar software. It's modern looking, it's visually appealing. It has some features that we really think that patrons would enjoy. Chad created a short video, it's an overview. So I'll show you the video, and then if you have any questions, I'll answer any questions you have.
Very dramatic music.
Let's talk about the Morton Grove Public Library's new events calendar. Now it is live on the home page, so if you go over here to events and then select all events, it'll bring you right to it. The first thing that you'll notice is that it's showing you the whole month ahead. If you just wanted to see week by week, you could do so right here, or select a list view if that makes it easier for you. The other thing you may notice is that it's quite colorful. And to learn what each of those colors means, you can click over here on Legend, and then you'll see first that this red-orange color signifies all ages, blue is for adults, green is for teens, yellow is for Board of Trustees meetings, purple is for children, gray for non-library sponsored events, and black signifies library closings. So now that we know that, as you take a look around here, you'll see all different kinds of programs that the library has. And as you hover over them, you'll notice that these things pop up automatically. So for this one, without even clicking on it, this thing popped up and showed me the title, the date and time, basic description of the program, where it is, and the type of event and age group that it's meant for. If it were a program that you needed to register for, you would have to click through and then go from there. But as you browse around, you'll see that you can get some basic information about each of the programs as you hover over them. Now, if there's a specific program that you're looking for, the first way to do that would be with this keyword function. When you click on that and then type in whatever you are looking for, so say I want some sort of book discussion, I select there and hit search, and then it'll show me all the programs on the calendar that relate to that keyword or have that keyword in its basic description. So you see there's a few options here for book discussions, and then I could click on from there to get more information. Another way to find our events is by location. All of the events will be listed as Morton Grove Public Library as their location. If it's not being held at the library, then you'll have that information in the description that you'll have to find. The other way of finding an event is by event type. So you'll notice that all of them are selected right now. But if I wanted to find a specific type of event, so say I wanted just computers and technology classes, I would click the check mark right next to all event types and then select the one that I wanted right there, and then hit search. And then as I look in January here, these are all the events that relate to that specific event type that I chose. So some will require registration, which is signified by the R with the circle around it, but some will not, and some will have different age groups attached to it as well. It'll just show you whichever event type that you were looking for, okay? Another way to search for events is by age group. So when I select here, currently they're all selected, but again, if I wanted to find just programs that were for teens, I can select the check mark there, and then select just teens. And then when I hit search, and then look in January, there should be classes, events, and programs that are just meant for teens. Some of them will be exclusively teens, like this one here, but then others, like this movie showing, is meant for all ages, so teens are included in that, of course. So that's why it's not all just green events. But you can see at least all the events that relate to teens in some way. The final two options here, presenter and options, are currently not available, so you don't have to worry about those. So if we just go right back to month view, you can continue browsing from there. If you have any questions about how to use the new events calendar, please give us a call at 847-965-4220 or send an email to info@mgpl.org.
The
Thank
registration
you.
process is very simple too, and patrons can register online or they can call us. Do you have any more questions? This was a quick overview, and of course we can provide help, assistance to anybody who.
I'm just curious about, at Niles Public Library, they call it Evanced. You say Advanced. I don't know what, is there?
It is events.
It's
Okay.
events. He said events is what he was
Oh,
saying.
okay.
But
Sounded
Advanced
like-
is the company.
Okay,
Board meetings are on there
they
too,
do sound
correct?
similar.
Yes, board meetings and committee meetings, everything in there. We when Chet created this video, we were just working on putting all the events in the calendar. So what you saw is not even a full array of events that we have for January, February.
Will foundation meetings be on there?
Yes, yes. Everything that's happening in the library, whether it's our event or it's a group that just rents a room, will be there.
Oh, that-
Just
Notice
with
no
different
cancel stuff
colors,
over closed.
Yeah,
so you can see it easier.
so would you know if the rooms are all used up then?
This
And I
will
know
show,
if there's room open if I wanted to do sometime a week.
you would definitely know if the room was taken.
Yeah.
You might not know if it were for sure open, if staff were planning to use it for something private. But you can get a pretty good idea.
Okay, I mean, unless
Very
you have any
good.
questions, I think it's, okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Natalia.
The next item on the agenda is our director's assessment, and I think since we have to go into executive session for that, I'd like to finish up the rest of the agenda and then go into executive session, if that's okay.
So here's my news articles to pass around, communications.
Okay, and any public comments for our non-agenda items? No, no public.
I had brought up that, something about the movies.
Right,
Is this appropriate time to bring that up?
Yeah.
yeah, you may.
It can be discussed, we can't make any decisions
No,
without it on the
decision, but I
agenda.
had, just to let the board know, I was here at the library about a week or two ago, renting some movies, and I was noting, I was kind of a little bit shocked. There's a fellow there also renting some movies, and he had one of our little baskets with, and he had at least, as best as I could count, 20 movies in his basket. When you take 20 movies off our shelves, you're depriving maybe another 4 or 5 people of those movies. I scratch my head to see why someone would need to take out 20 movies.
Is there a
For a
limit
week.
on
I don't know if we have any
DVDs?
limits.
On DVD serves?
I don't think so.
I know
Check
there's
out.
one at Niles, I don't know
No,
what it
no.
is, but they do
Oh, so
limit the
that-
So we don't
DVDs.
currently have a limit.
What's the period, how long can
Yeah.
you take a movie out for?
Some are like 2 days and some.
2 days.
some
Well, the
are
brand new
short.
ones are 3 days,
3
and
days, and
everything
then
else is
The
a week.
Blu-rays are 3 days.
Oh, so it's a week.
Usually, and otherwise
So
it's
you
a
can
week.
watch 20 movies in a week.
Mhm.
Easily.
I mean, easy.
I can tell you, as somebody who's gonna be in rehab and laying around at home.
I would think maybe we should ask the circulation department how common that is, because if it's just a couple of people, maybe it's not a big
Right,
deal. But
right.
if it's being abused, then it might be something we want to
And
address.
if I can add, a lot of times it's children's movies, and they're very short, just like children's books.
Right, yeah.
You know, parents just take a lot,
Sure.
and then they come every week. And
Okay,
that's
so-
usually-
Mhm. But if it is movies that can only do it 2 days.
Yeah, you could perhaps do a limit on the ones that are,
I'll find out what the habits are. I'll talk to Jeff about that.
We have other libraries.
Get a report from Jeff or something at our next policy meeting. Would that be doable?
I should be able to
If
have,
you're gonna set a limit or consider it. might
Just to
wanna
consider it,
do it before.
it will reduce our circulation,
which we don't want
which is
to do.
against what we're trying to, it's kind of an opposite thing. I don't believe we've received any complaints about it.
Just from Paul, he's cranky.
It's a new year.
But let me find out if that's a
I mean,
common
that
practice.
could have been a one-time thing for this guy, like
It could be.
maybe he was having surgery or knew he was not gonna be
It could
leaving
very
his
well,
house.
it could very well be a one-time thing, or it could very well be a once-a-week thing.
Right,
You
right.
know?
Might have his grandchildren over for the week and he wants to entertain them.
To a piracy business, I don't know. I just thought it was rather odd.
He's renting them out at his store.
underground
And that's his curriculum.
rental place.
You know, like that.
Don't laugh.
Or is it gonna be there and then a sub and that's all they do is play movies?
I've seen,
Okay.
I've seen it done, come on.
I know
What are
it's
you
done.
going to accomplish in
Public
closed
schools.
session?
Just as everybody wanted to have an opportunity to discuss with Deborah
Some of the things we talked about in November, I
the
think.
evaluation. Okay, so at this point, we need to make a motion to go into executive session. If you can read it right off of this sheet.
You have to read that whole thing?
That's not the motion. Someone brought the motion, Pete?
So you just need a motion to go into executive session for, and just read the appointment. That's all.
Oh, okay.
I
I motion to go into executive session for the appointment, employment, compensation, discipline, performance, or dismissal of specific employees of the public body or legal counsel, including hearing testimony on a complaint lodged against an employee or against legal counsel to determine its validity.
Per 5 ILs.
Oh, okay, per 5 ILCS.
And then you need a second.
I'll second it.
And I gotta call for it.
Call the roll, please.
Trustee Elbers?
Yes.
Trustee Berg, yes. Trustee Gonzalez?
Yes.
Trustee Gray?
Yes.
Trustee Noel?
Yes,
So you're in at 7:42.
okay. The Martinborough Public Library Board of Trustees has reconvened their open board meeting of October 27th, January 14th, 2016. I need a motion to approve of the discussion held on executive session. And Mark's been the best one at doing these motions and isn't speaking up tonight.
So are we just reading the same thing again?
No, we're talking
So-
about
We'll
Deborah.
motion to vote for the raise and bonus as discussed in the executive session.
I'll second that.
And this, you do have to call the roll.
I shall.
Are you here?
Trustee Novak?
Yes.
Trustee Gray?
Yes.
Trustee Gonzalez?
Yes.
Trustee Berg? Yes.
Can you make it
Trustee
different?
Elbers? Yes.
Yes.
We approve the decision 5-0. Opposed?
If there's no other business, hear a motion to adjourn.
I'd like to make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
I will second it. Are we keeping these or are we giving these back?
You may keep them.
Oh, okay,
if you
okay.
care to.
I had a question about keeping stuff. This, do I need to hang on to this? It came with that, like, survey,
Is
for
that
the
the-
audit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't want to get rid of it if I was just hanging on to it. Okay.
That's it.
Hey, we're done.
I didn't feel that